1, 2, 3, 4. Mike and John got it going on. Mike and John got it going on. Mike and John got it going on. Mike and John got it going on.
You know, when you push the button,
Yeah.
the table doesn't jiggle as much. So it's your job from now on.
That's what she said. I'm sorry.
No,
This is not a great way to start a show.
She doesn't say
No.
that.
Well, she
just
does.
so you know, she does.
In my mind, she does.
Yeah, exactly.
When you push the button, you make the table jiggle.
It's
Hey now.
it's Thursday with Mike Marino and John King. Mike and John got it going on. Brought to you by Firehouse Doors. Again, want to give a big shout out to KC for helping us with the billboards. For
Right.
if KC wasn't involved, I don't think we would have been able to get those billboards up to help reach awareness or push awareness.
Right. And we
of the
appreciate all
podcast.
the comments and people noticing us and not driving off the freeway when they see our two faces staring down at them.
Taking a pee in the
As
bushes.
far as I know, there have been no accidents.
I don't think so. Maybe we are traffic control. I'm not sure.
People
In the
slow down.
V19.
Oh, look at that.
Hey, keep your eye on the road.
Yeah.
And special thanks to Nicole at Spirit of Livingston. She is our billboard designer. So if you need a billboard
That's true.
and need a designer, call Nicole at Spirit of Livingston.
All right.
And how?
Hey, by the way, it's Mike and John Got It Going On.
I said that already.
Brought to you by Firehouse Doors.
I said that already.
Did you, though?
I did. You want to
I
roll
want to go
back
back
the
and
tape?
look. It's not that I'm not listening
I did.
to you.
See? Do you have news ready?
Did you thank the people for our billboards? What about Casey?
I forgot to do that. Unless you know with Rich Perlberg
Mr.
coming up.
Short-Term Memory.
He's here today.
Yes.
Coming up, the Less You Know with Rich Perlberg.
Yes.
We'll get to our 2-cent history lesson, and we'll find out who the winner was. And Wednesday night trivia.
All right.
Somebody qualifying for that LiftMaster 8365 garage door opener, 2 remotes, and keyless entry pad.
Right, and we are coming to you from the LiftMaster 8365 studios.
That's what she said. It's time for local news, brought to you by Cooper and Binkley Jewelers in downtown Brighton.
All right, here's what's going on. A political action committee devoted to campaign finance reform has filed a complaint against State Senator Tom Barrett, alleging that the Charlotte Republicans' congressional campaign violated campaign finance laws. And Citizens United accuses Barrett of illegally spending $40,000 of state campaign funds on his bid for the 7th U.S. House District. Federal law prohibits the use of state campaign funds for federal races. Barrett is challenging Congresswoman Alyssa Slotkin for the newly drawn district that centers around Lansing and includes all of Livingston County. The group says the money was moved in 4 payments of $10,000 from Barrett's State Senate Campaign Committee to the political consulting firm Rowe Strategic. MLive.com reports the payments were listed as being used for redistricting consulting. Because Michigan has its own independent Citizens Redistricting Commission and the payments were made after the newly drawn district maps had already been approved, and Citizens United's questioning that labeling. A request for comment has been made to Barrett's campaign but was not returned. A campaign spokesperson for Congresswoman Slotkin declined to comment on the report. A program to encourage youth reading was able to reach more than 3,500 local kids this summer. Livingston County United Way's Women United was formed in 2019 and quickly focused on building reading trails for children in the community. Each reading trail is made up of enlarged story pages and illustrations set into a series of weatherproof signs, along with many activity instructions for the kids to enjoy as they move from page to page. Once the children complete the walk, they'll have read an entire book and hopefully learned something new along the way. Permanent trail locations are in Settlers Park in Heartland, Fowlerville Community Park in Fowlerville, and at the Genoa Township Hall walking trail. The trails were installed the first week of May. They were removed by the end of September, and over those 22 weeks, they averaged 25 children a week at each trail. That means 1,650 kids read a story this summer. The group also created 4 storyboards for a movable trail. Starting in April, they took that movable trail to 10 events throughout the county, with 2,155 kids reading at one of those events. And the Michigan Education Trust celebrated its 35-year anniversary with a $1.5 million giveaway divvied up into $115,000 prepaid tuition prizes, and one local resident was among the winners. The random statewide drawing allowed family and friends to enter on behalf of a child. Among the 100 winners, Fenton resident Scott Paul Bethke. Bethke, a father of grown triplets and grandfather of 7, says he intends to use the savings towards his grandson's education. And that's what's going on.
You know, I'm going to take a moment to recommend for your child's reading Ishkadoodle.
You know,
done by a local author.
That's true.
Could be on the path next year.
I am available to have Ishkadoodle placed onto a walking trail next year.
Matter of fact, a little after the podcast, John's going to read this book as a separate podcast.
In the woods. I'll just be in the woods somewhere.
Reading a book.
Hey, kids.
It's not weird at all.
No, call the police. There's some guy.
There's an old guy.
Hey, kids, come here.
I
want to read this book to you about a kid and his vacuum cleaner.
Okay, maybe.
Call the police.
It is about a kid and his vacuum cleaner.
It's true.
All right, so Ishkadoodle.
Oh, thank you.
By John King.
Yeah.
All right.
Do I have
to get that on Amazon?
Do I have to invoice myself for that blatant plug?
You should. Well, you can just pay me.
Okay.
Little $5 under the table.
Tell you what, I'll pay you this last shot of Fireball.
You know what's fun is having your friends over and reading Ishkadoodle and doing shots of Fireball. That's an adult.
It does make it more. It does make it more enjoyable.
It does. It makes you believe your son could have a friend as a vacuum.
Maybe that's how that story got created. I don't know.
Be.
I'm not going to tell.
Local news brought to you by Cooper and Binkley Jewelers in downtown Brighton. Not only fantastic jewelry, Simon G, Zagani, and much more, but Cooper and Binkley Jewelers, a big part of being a part of the community. As a matter of fact, this Saturday, the Livingston County Walk to End Alzheimer's is happening in downtown Brighton.
Indeed it is.
And Barb Binkley is co-chair of the event. She's a full supporter of this event, as are many others. But we'd like to see you out there. If you can't make it, there's details online on how you can donate. But we're going to do the podcast, or at least some Facebook Live.
Facebook Live there. We'll be talking with some of the participants. Registration gets underway 9 o'clock. Again, that's this Saturday, downtown Brighton. Ceremony at 10:30, and then the walk gets underway around 10:45. And we'll be in our own special Mike and John tent.
In our ceremony,
out in the woods with me reading. No,
no, we won't be out
there. No. We'll be right downtown, and we'll be right near the mill pond, actually, right where the trail comes out. So we'll be talking to folks right as they finish the walk. And
are you tired?
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. It's going to be a great time.
It is, and we're looking forward to see you. So stop by, say hello. If you haven't already, register for the Walk to End Alzheimer's. Again, that's this Saturday, September 24th. And all the funds that are raised through the Walk to End Alzheimer's will further the care, support, and research efforts of the Alzheimer's Association. So we want to see you out there on Saturday.
And we want to point out, as we mentioned, Cooper and Binkley Jewelers, a big part of this. They will not be open until afternoon.
Right.
Because of the event.
Because we're members of the Bling team.
Yes, we are. And we said you can open at noon after the event. Right.
So Barb, of course, Barb Binkley, a big part of the Alzheimer's Walk. She has shared her personal story in connection to that, as have many others. Of course, she's put together the Bling team, her and Mark, and we're proud and honored to be a part of the Bling team, and so we'll be out there on Saturday. Hope to see you as well.
All right. We have our 2-cent history lesson coming up. We'll get to the answer in last night's trivia in just a few minutes, and the less you know with Rich Perlberg coming up. Firehouse Doors has been serving Livingston County residents for the past 24 years. They've also been a sponsor of Mike and John Got It Going On, the podcast.
Almost a year now. Yeah, really.
Yeah.
And we're getting there. And
I'm very grateful to them for their support, and you as well for watching, listening. And if you need garage door repair, you need a new garage door, Firehouse Doors will take care of you. Your one-stop shop for residential, commercial, and rolling steel overhead door needs.
But wait, is Firehouse Doors veteran owned, Mike?
Why, John, it is.
It is? Tell me more. It's on the script.
Tell me more. I went right to the grease thing. I'm sorry.
Okay. Tell me more.
Yeah, Mike
Tell me more. It's not a musical.
Mike Witt is a proud U.S. Air Force veteran.
He is indeed. Now, Mike Witt, of course, a lifelong firefighter. He began his firefighting career in the U.S. Air Force. So he's a U.S. Air Force veteran.
Thus, Firehouse Doors.
Thank you.
And his wife Kim just celebrated a birthday, I believe it was yesterday.
Yes, they're over in England right now enjoying it.
Happy belated birthday, Kim.
So, for the past 21 years, of course, Firehouse Doors, Livingston County's only authorized distributor of CHI overhead doors. Call Firehouse Doors today, 810-599-7480. Say it with me, Mike. 810
810
599
599
7480.
7480.
Now give me 20.
20 what?
I don't know. $20.
Does that give you 5 4 times?
Right.
All right. In trivia last night, we had some great guesses. For those that
We just kind of laugh out loud ones, actually.
51% of women, and this one sets the stage for us guys to take our medicine. 51% of women surveyed said they wish their guys, or wish guys in general, would do this more often.
Watch more TV?
That's not it.
I didn't see that.
There was not any of the answers.
Talk more about sports? I didn't see that one either.
That wasn't on there either. Plan a date night. Because usually it's like, all right, we'll have a date night. What do you want to do? Where do you want to go?
And most guys are just like, all right, where are we going?
Did you check the calendar to see that we're not double booked when you plan that date night? Pat,
I feel
good
attacked.
Friend of the show.
I feel attacked.
Pat Convery says, listen.
No,
it's more than
listen.
51%.
Just
Pat.
listen. And stop trying to solve everything.
That's work.
I just want someone to listen.
Huh? Make dinner?
But if I solve it, then you stop talking. Okay, well, I'm gonna
remember that date night.
Welcome to my new bedroom down here in the basement.
Got some reading for you to catch up on, John. Okay. All right, where are we at?
Yeah.
Sue Ellen says cuddle. I don't know what it is about
Right.
the cuddle.
Now, when you're first in your relationship, lots of cuddling going on. Okay?
Sure.
And then over time, less cuddling.
Give me a little room.
Wasn't there a Friends episode where Ross did the thing where it's like, the cuddle for her, the roll for me.
Yeah,
It's like, you cuddle and then you
Can
roll.
you do
The cuddle and roll.
The cuddle and roll.
The cuddle and roll.
Jeff said buy Christmas presents. Madonna said compliment them. Put their phone away during date night, says Tanya. Yeah, I could see that. Or anytime when they're trying to have a conversation with you.
Right. Jeff, our good buddy Jeff, who will be substitute teaching, by the way, in the next couple of weeks.
Are you going to say that he said Christmas presents?
Yeah, he said buy Christmas
I
presents.
said that already. Thanks for listening.
When?
So you don't even listen to your wife or the guy you do the show with. Just rewind the tape. You'll find it.
This is bad.
It really is. Do laundry. Open up the car door. Grocery shopping. Do you want to repeat me and act like you have new information?
I'm like, oh my God. Okay. You know what? I just need to listen more.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
What?
Hey, Jeff said buy Christmas presents.
Help raise the kids and take care of the kids.
Help raise the kids. Who are these little ones?
Dude, are they ours?
That one.
When did he come along?
Go bother the woman with the money.
Sherry said, say I love you.
Yeah.
All right, let's say it together. I love you.
I love you, Sherry. Wait, what?
And Tina said that too.
Yeah.
Let's say it. I love you,
I
Tina.
love you, Tina.
Colleen
Lisa says laundry. Did you say
Yeah,
that already?
I said laundry.
No, you didn't.
Somebody else said it
Okay,
too.
thank you.
So you're just covering the bases.
Yeah, good.
Not have to be asked for help or to help with something.
Right.
Could you give me a hand while you're sitting on the couch and she's doing something that I want you to kind of help out a little without being asked? Yeah.
You know, I was just thinking ironically that
We're not going to put Brandon's answer on the podcast today.
we're not.
No.
Like most days that we don't.
That's true. We appreciate your participation, though, Brandon.
No, I have to go find
Shop for groceries. Colleen said shower. Wish guys would shower more often.
Oh, Brandon.
Yeah.
So
That's a little bit more than 51%,
Yeah,
by
yeah.
the way, Brandon. Moving along to our right answer. Should we just get to that?
was it Christmas presents?
It was not shop for
okay.
Christmas presents.
The
The
answer?
answer was and is to wear cologne. Wear cologne.
So they'd like us to wear more cologne or wear it
just
more often.
Wear cologne more often.
Okay,
So depending on the cologne,
but this is true.
you know, I mean, if it's Axe, it might be less often, or high karate. Or that's
High karate. Okay, you go Axe to high karate.
Well, I was
There's like
covering
a
all bases.
50-year gulf there. So
It's covering all bases. But
Yeah.
Dawn Clee Williams,
okay.
congratulations,
All right,
Dawn.
Dawn.
Got the answer correct. She will go into the drawing
Yes, you will.
for the Firehouse Doors LiftMaster 8365 garage door opener.
All right.
There we
Dawn
go.
is in.
Yes.
In she is.
Shaking
All right.
it up.
We're going.
All right. Ready for the less you know?
Are you ready for the less you know?
I think so.
Hey, we have to do trivia.
Buy groceries. Listen more.
I heard Jeff said we should buy Christmas
Maybe we
presents.
should ask Rich.
Yeah, okay.
Let's ask Rich.
All right, let's
we'll
ask
get his opinion.
Good morning, Mike and John.
Good morning,
morning.
Rich. Hey, before we get into the less you know, I don't know if you caught our trivia question from last night. 51% of women surveyed said they wish guys would do this more often. What is it?
Watch more sports.
See? That's what I said. And we were both wrong.
Why
I
don't?
was very curious, but there's just 51%. There's just so many options out
Well,
there.
Yeah. So if you're if you were, your significant other, what do you think she would say? Do this more often.
This is dangerous stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
We can let you just hang on that.
We'll
for
hang
a
on there.
while.
Why don't you tell them what...
There are many choices. One would be make more dinner.
Yeah.
Make
Make dinner more
Yeah,
often. Yeah, right.
Yeah. Not sit at the table with a knife and fork and a napkin tucked in your chin. Where's
Dinner!
In theory, that could happen.
Right, okay. The answer, by the way,
Yeah.
wear cologne?
wear cologne more often.
Not wear more cologne often. Yeah, it was wear cologne.
Really? I thought that was kind of a thing of the past. We talked about that once. English leather and all that crap.
Right, exactly. But I think
Oh my gosh,
if you
that's
have a
nice.
cologne
I
that
know.
if your wife buys you or your significant other buys you a cologne, like I like this scent on you.
Well, that's pretty.
Yeah.
You gotta be dumber than me to not pick up on that.
Well, but
Hey.
the thing is, with a cologne like that, one might wonder, where did she smell that before on someone else? I liked it on Bob from The Office,
Gosh.
Well, you're just creating all kinds of havoc in people's
I'm
relationships.
I know, though, that's 51%, so that kind of shows that there's either or on that. There's just as many who
Yeah.
don't. So that's always been a strange one to me. I'm not quite sure how that goes. That's interesting. I'll have to test that theory.
There you go. All right. So since you said watch sports more often, we're talking sports today.
Well, I'm
A
thinking
little baseball
today is,
anyway.
I mean, the weather is changing. Fall is kicking summer out, kicking its butt and saying leave now. And,
Yeah.
and the last time it was this cold, it was spring, and we were talking about the Tigers. And if you remember, we said, "Geez, if they 80 wins, that'd be a good year."
Yeah, they're
How
gonna
close-
do it.
How close are we to 80 wins?
Well,
Yeah, well,
There's not enough games left.
They're at the point now. The tension for the Tigers is if they can win 6 more games, they won't lose 100 this
Right.
year.
Oh, all right.
So,
Okay. Well, they took 2 out of 3 the past 3 games.
to
So
the Birds.
Yeah.
I tell you, and I wrote a short 2,000-word memo about this topic and to suggest it. But I missed baseball with the Tigers being so bad, and the last week or so I've kind of gotten back into it because there's been this home run chase.
yeah, that
I
has.
don't even know who this guy was until now.
Aaron Judge
Yeah.
from the
Aaron
Yankees.
Judge has been, he's only 30, but he's been a superstar, and he's going crazy now. He hit his 60th a couple nights ago, and he's got a chance to win a Triple Crown.
Are they drug testing him at all every week, or see if we got steroids going on?
Great segue, because that's one of the things that is a longtime baseball fan. That's probably my favorite pro sport, and it's always been a numbers thing. As a kid, there were always the magic numbers. Babe Ruth 60 home runs and 714 career home runs, and Joe DiMaggio's 56-game winning streak and winning 30 games in a season. All those things were magic numbers. And then there was a period of time when those home run numbers just got dashed into smithereens. And it turned out that most of those guys hitting all those home runs were suspected of or later admitted to using performance-enhancing drugs. And it you look at it, Barry Bonds hit 73 home runs in 1 year.
But again, and I think we talked about it. Again, that record still stands. It's the official record. there is no official asterisk next to it like there was. You know.
That's a great point. I mean, I was a little kid when Roger Maris was chasing Babe Ruth's record, and people, you know, I can remember pictures of Maris with his hair showing how tufts of hair were falling out of his head. He was so nervous and stressed by it because a lot of people didn't want him to break the record because Babe's record was so hallowed and sacred, and they just expanded the league, so they added 8 more games. And some people said, well, Babe Ruth did 154, so the commissioner said he put an asterisk next to the record.
Well, wait a minute. If he was losing hair, perhaps he was using steroids. We just didn't know it.
Yeah, that could be. I don't think we do it. But and that was such an unusual year. I broke the rules and did some research. Maris did 61 home runs that year. No other year did he even hit 40.
Right.
I mean, that was just a remarkable year. But it's the same for Bonds. Bonds' year, he never hit more than 25, and never hit more than 49, I think it was. But he did. If you see pictures of Bonds, over a short period of time between when he was with the Pirates and he started really hitting home runs with San Francisco, his head about doubled in size.
Yeah, and he was, everything else did too. He was pretty big.
Just working
pretty
out.
muscular.
He was just eating right and working out.
Well, but that's kind of what makes this year's chase so interesting because, and I didn't realize it till it showed up, the guys with the huge numbers in single-season home runs are all these national leaguers who were juiced. McGuire, Sosa, and Bonds. I guess Alex Rodriguez was juiced too, and but he never had a single-season record like that. But what's happening now is you've got a lot of attention to Aaron Judge, who's trying. If he hits one more home run, he'll tie the American League record for home run. And I think if you want to put an asterisk on it, you can say most home runs by a non-juiced player.
It's a new category that they can do.
But here's something that made me. I was thinking about it. I don't know what you guys think about it. Here you've got Barry Bonds, most home runs ever by a major league player, and you got Pete Rose, most hits ever by a major league player. And the one thing they got in common is neither one is being allowed into the Hall of Fame.
Well, I for a long time I was a purist, and I said, "Yep, Pete Rose does not belong in the Hall of Fame." And I've changed my mind on that, and I feel like he does belong in the Hall of Fame, but on his plaque it should be very clear, why he was banned from baseball, and he should have to live with that infamy. It should be part of his whole story. But to say that somebody like Pete Rose or Barry Bonds was not one of the best baseball players ever is to really deny reality. I mean, these are great players.
Look at Ty Cobb. He's in the Hall of Fame, but he had a lot of questionable moments of behavior.
Right. If that's
some of the revisionist theories, you question that. But you get to a guy named Hack Wilson, Babe Ruth did not have the best moral standards.
Sure.
Okay?
What are you talking about? Hot dog and a hooker, and let me get to the plate.
Came to the park half hammered.
I think your approach makes sense. I mean, what are we going to do? We're going to check, the drinking records, the smoking records.
Right.
Did they pay their taxes on time? I mean, and there's another thing that I've heard people talk about Barry Bonds, and not forgiving his breaking the rules, but just because he juiced up, he still had to hit the damn home run.
He did have to hit the ball.
Took a talent.
Right. You got to put it over the fence, right?
If Don, I'll go to the past. If Don were to juice up, he wouldn't have hit 700 home runs. That's a thing from the past. But I mean, and then the question is, I don't think I've seen about the steroids. Some of it, does it really make it? Does the added muscles help you that much, or is it just that it prevents you from injury, that you're more likely to recover?
Yeah, recover quicker, and be able to perform.
Yeah. So
of course, you die at 54 from a heart attack. But
decision is it any different than shooting up a football player with Novocaine so he can play through the pain?
Right.
Well, and when you look at that, I mean, let's take a look at LASIK surgery, for example, to see better. I mean, that's an enhancement. You're seeing better. So, I mean, there's a whole lot. whole lot of questionable things you could say. And I want to know, during that era, especially the steroid era as it is, I wonder how many pitchers were juiced that we didn't know about. Just because they didn't have a great season, it might have given them a little bit more lively fastball.
Yeah,
Or...
and that's an interesting thing. But that's another place to go with that. What about the pitchers who use the spitball?
Right.
And I don't even know how often they use spit. It was Vaseline or
salve.
Let's go to Kenny Rogers. Hey, Kenny.
Right.
We loved him in Detroit, though.
Who was the one guy? He never really admitted to be throwing a spitter, but he said he loved the fact that the batters all thought he was. So he never denied it. Because so yeah, what is the level? No, I like that idea of saying, yeah, Barry Bonds and Pete Rose, put him in the hall, and
Absolutely.
then have a line that says, here's what happened.
Right. Although with Barry Bonds, there's no, again, a lot of accusations. There's been no conclusive. He absolutely did. Here's the proof. He admitted it.
He's never admitted it because I think
And-
McGuire finally admitted it.
McGuire finally admitted it, but Bonds never has.
He kept
and-
going to that Belco place for something.
Right.
I'm not sure what he was
Look,
buying.
I'm not saying that he didn't. I'm not that naive. I'm just saying that, barring conclusive proof, I don't know how you can. I don't know how you can deny.
Without the proof.
Yeah.
Yeah, without an accusation.
I just think it's unfair.
Yeah, good point. And you know what? Before he went off the charts, he was still having, I would think, the Hall of Fame.
Oh God, yes.
Yeah.
Like I said, he's one of the greatest players ever. I don't know how you can deny that. But
Now here's another player, though. If we want to be more positive, this Albert Pujols from I think he went from the Cardinals to the Angels and back. He's edging up to 700 career home runs.
yeah, that's a pretty exclusive club once you cross that threshold.
That'd be only 4, and he's what I like about the guy is he said, if I hit 700 home runs this season, great, but I'm not coming back next year just to set a record. This is my last year.
Right.
And there's unlike a certain Tiger who's going to come back and limp through another year for $32 million. Pujols is done with it, but he's amazing. I mean, he's 4th all time in home runs, and that's an amazing career. One guy I feel a little sorry for because of the home runs that the Juice hit, because he doesn't get a lot of credit for, is Ken Griffey Jr.
Yeah.
He hit well over 600 home runs, but he kind of gets lost in the shuffle because he was finishing his career at the time that Sosa, McGuire, and Bonds were making a mockery of the thing.
Yeah.
But he would be one of the top 5 home run hitters in the game if he took the juice guys out. But I'm sure he's not suffering too much from that.
Probably not. Well,
And then here we are to wrap up our conversation, to bring it back to where we started. This kind of makes you go,
wonder why women don't ask us to talk about sports.
oh, you're really bringing it back. I was going back to the Tigers, and I'm thinking, I wish some of them were juicing.
Yeah, you might get there. I know. I've been told that this isn't the greatest multi-gender topic to be discussing this morning. But there is news. The Tigers are on their way back. They've got a new president of the baseball operation.
And he's bringing juice to the party.
So we're saying, hey, where's your guys' billboard?
Well, we have 2 of them.
Billboard? I didn't know. Do we have billboards?
I think we do have billboards.
Oh, that's right, our billboards.
Courtesy of our friends from KC.
Yeah, we looked at KC. The billboard, there's 2 of them. There's one on westbound 96 right before Door Road.
Oh, okay.
And then the other one is on eastbound 96 after Door Road.
No,
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Here, let me handle this.
Let Mike handle
All
this.
right, there's one on westbound 96. You can see it as you're heading westbound.
As right before D19.
Right before D19.
It's right before D19.
The other one is near Door Road.
Yeah.
On the eastbound side of the road.
But as
you drive eastbound.
No. Got it?
All right.
Perfectly
so
clear.
You're driving east.
They're on I-96. Just keep your eyes open.
Don't look at traffic or anything. Look for the billboard.
Does this change at all when we get to daylight savings time? Or is it okay?
That's a good question.
Which way you're going on 96, you're going to be steering made it to your guys' faces.
Well,
only
here's another thing.
Only the westbound people get to look at our lovely gays.
Yeah,
the
other one's
eastbounders is a what we call an informational billboard.
Yeah, that's the boring
Oh
one.
my gosh! So at least you know if I can get it down, I'll know which way I'm going.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Exactly. Well, I don't see their faces. I must be going eastbound.
It's always good to have a spotter in the car. You know, it's like a caddy looking for the sign. It's like, that's the one.
I didn't know what I was going to do today. Now I'm going to get on 96 and look for billboards.
There you go. A little tour through Brighton and Howell, and you'll find them.
Yeah.
But I told you, this has got kind of a Great Gatsby feel to it, you know?
Wow.
The eyes looking at you and stuff like that. So I'm sorry for bringing a literary reference.
Well, no, you know, speaking of literary references, you know,
yes, if you need a little reading to do.
You know, you can talk F. Scott Fitzgerald all you want, but what about Ishkadoodle by this fine author, John King? You know, I don't know if you've read the children's book here. It's on par with F. Scott Fitzgerald.
It's a quick read.
Well, I'm glad we're talking baseball and not politics. It's more fun,
Yeah.
despite the fact that half the audience probably says,
Politics.
"This guy's pretty cool."
Oh, that's okay. They're all gone now. They're all gone now, Rich. It's just us three. We're alone now.
At least we're entertaining ourselves.
Well, the less you know and the less listeners you
The
have.
less that listen.
Well, Rich,
All right.
take a good drive down 96, and we'll talk to you next
Let us
Thursday.
know where they're at, because apparently we don't know.
I'll write it down.
There you
All
go.
right, thank you.
Have a good one, Rich. All right.
All right.
All right. The less you know with Rich Perlberg. A lot of fun today.
Yeah. I want to thank Richter and Associates Property Management sponsors here on Mike and John Got It Going On, licensed real estate brokers with rental property experts in Livingston, Genesee, and Oakland counties, 40-plus years in the business, located in downtown Howell. Go to their website, richterassociate.com. That's RICHTERASSOC.com. Or call them, 517-540-9560. And they've got a couple new rental properties in Fowlerville. If you're interested in those, check them out. Again, that's Richter and Associates Property Management.
Perhaps you'd like to rent the space and have our podcast there.
Right.
We would appreciate that.
Or you could put a billboard there.
Sure you could. Paint the wall. All right. I don't know if you can or not. I'm not in charge of that. You know, it's actually the final partial day of summer today.
I know. I think 9:05 tonight.
9:04 tonight
Okay, 9:04.
will be the beginning of fall. Some things have already started to fall. Our 2-cent history lesson.
Yeah. Do I dare ask what?
Oh, I think you know what.
Okay.
Has to do with some credibility. September 22nd, our 2-cent history lesson brought to you by Oakland Insurance Company, Drew Goebel and Company,
That's right.
bringing you the 2-cent history.
Oakland Insurance and Michigan-based Frankenmuth Insurance.
Today is American Businesswomen's Day.
Okay.
It's also Elephant Appreciation Day. And I have a confession to make.
Uh-oh. What'd you do?
I have not appreciated the elephants.
Why not?
I haven't really cared about the elephant.
Well, you should.
But I'm going to start.
They're one of the most intelligent creatures on Earth. More intelligent than we are. That's for sure.
Well, they got big ears and a big trunk. That's what she said. It's Elephant Appreciation Day.
Do the size
So-
of your ears match the size of your trunk? Is that one of those? If you measure the width of your hand of your forearm.
It's Hobbit Day today.
Oh. Would you like to see my hobbit feet?
Nope. National Ice Cream Cone Day.
And I have a feeling, is it in the history lesson about the ice cream cone?
It is not.
Oh. Because wasn't that the
It was at a
World's Fair?
Yeah, there was
The
an
guy
argument.
was selling ice cream and he ran out of dishes, so he just took a pancake base or
Got
a
the
waffle, and yeah, there you go.
That's the waffle cone.
right.
Much better than the crunchy, crappy styrofoam type cone, the traditional ice cream cone.
Yeah, that's like a placeholder cone. It's just holding the ice cream for you, and you can eat it too, but you don't look
It's stuck
forward
in
to
your teeth.
it.
It's
Yeah,
kind of gummy.
I know.
Yeah. It's National White Chocolate Day.
And as we determined earlier, white chocolate's not even actually chocolate.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
It's good as white chocolate mousse, maybe in a waffle cone, frozen custard style. 1862 on this date, President Abraham Lincoln.
Abe to his friends.
They did. They say, "Hey, what's up, Abe? Nice hat." In his Emancipation Proclamation, ordered that all slaves be freed, and immediately slave owners said, "Be free."
Yeah. No.
Not really?
No.
Took a while?
Basically, it said all slaves in states that are currently in rebellion against the nation are free.
Ah.
And those states, because they were in rebellion against the...
They didn't quite go with that.
No, they didn't. They had to kind of...
But it was a proclamation.
They had to finish out the war.
Oh. Yeah. Well, when the war is done...
Got to finish it out.
All right.
Yeah. But it was an important document, for sure.
1974. The Sonny Bono Comedy Review was shown for the first time on ABC.
And now this is post-Cher.
Yeah.
Cher had left and was...
Well, they did that year when they were already divorced, and
Right.
they kind of played off of that a little bit, had some fun. But
then he tried to go solo.
she did a variety show, too, at one time, and it just wasn't the same without the two kids together. It'd be like you doing the show without me.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Finish the 2 cent.
Hey, you know what? We forgot to do the trivia.
Oh.
So,
no, we didn't.
do you know, buying Christmas presents.
1975, American President Gerald Ford survived a second assassination attempt when Sarah Jane Moore fired a gun at him as he left San Francisco hotel. Why didn't people like Jerry? He's from Michigan.
Well, the two women that tried were both like they were connected to Charles Manson. They're both like former Manson family, whatever. So,
Sunday Day, 1985, the first Farm Aid concert was held, Champaign, Illinois. Raised $10 million for U.S. farmers. And I was just reading the other day that when Willie Nelson approached John Mellencamp about that, he said that means more to him than being in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
right.
Because
What, Mellencamp said it or Willie Nelson said it?
No, Mellencamp said that because Willie Nelson came to him and really liked his work, and he said, you know, it was an honor for him.
Well, sure it was.
Meant more than being
Especially
in the Rock
if
and Roll.
he visited Willie's tour bus. I think I'm in. I don't know. Have you ever noticed your hand?
Where am I?
Okay. It's such a cheap reference.
1990, Garth Brooks' album No Fences entered the U.S. album charts. It went on to become the biggest selling country album of all time, selling over 13 million copies in the first 5 years of release.
It was a juggernaut. I mean, there was and it was like,
I have friends in low places.
yes, I mean that the whole thing came out of nowhere. Like, what's going on? Who is this Garth Brooks? What's happening? Oh my God! Everyone's
Why are
listening.
people buying shirts just like his?
And then he wanted to be Chris Gaines, and then it was
That
like,
was
what is happening here? Yeah. Again, that's one of those moments that there's no one in your life to say no.
Hey, Chris.
Let's not do that. And I think that was before he was married to Trisha Yearwood. Because I feel like Trisha would have said, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to do Chris Gaines.
This Chris Gaines? Maybe the bedroom only.
No.
Put on that wig. Put on a little cologne. Okay. There you go. All right.
Wow. We just went into the bedroom of Trisha Yearwood and Chris Gaines, I guess.
Def Leppard, 1992. Def Leppard was forced to cancel a couple of shows after their sound equipment truck was found abandoned. This is after one of the band's drivers had attempted to rob a store.
Wow. They weren't paying a lot, apparently.
The driver was later charged with possessing drugs and criminal damage.
Okay.
That might have explained the store robbery.
Well, maybe.
Here you are. You're driving the truck full of equipment for Def Leppard.
Hey, I got to stop, rob a store, and then I'll be at the show. I just got to make a quick robbery, and then I'll get there. It's on my to-do list. Let's see. Pack up equipment, rob store, get to concert venue. Got it.
Don't forget the Red Bull.
Yeah.
2004, CBS-owned TV stations were fined a total of all these CBS TV stations.
Right.
Total of $550,000 by the FCC
So nothing.
for showing Janet Jackson's exposed right breast
Right.
during the Super Bowl halftime show.
Scandalized.
And how many people rewatched that on YouTube multiple times?
Well, let's go
take a
find
look.
that clip. Well, anyway.
Volkswagen in 2015 admitted that 11 million cars were programmed to appear
What?
to emit lesser emissions
Who?
than they actually were.
What do you mean?
Urkel apologized.
We're the
and
people's
said,
car.
Did I do that?
Oops. Well, it did give extra use to the parking lot at the Silverdome for a while.
Yeah.
Because all those vehicles had to be recalled and then destroyed. Got to sit at that Silverdome parking lot.
And finally, in 2015, a U.S. district judge ruled that the original copyright to Happy Birthday was invalid, and the song would now entirely be in the public domain.
That's right.
Copyright was obtained by Clayton F. Summy Company.
Sure.
From the song's writers, the sisters Mildred and Patty Hill. Thank you, Mildred and Patty, for that song.
Happy
It's public domain.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, let's not sing Happy Birthday. You know who's 79 today?
Who?
I just saw this. Tony Basil.
Hey, Mickey,
you're so fine. She's 79.
You broke my spine.
That's
Hey,
your
Mickey.
history lesson.
Hey, Mickey.
For today-
79?
79. It was 40 years ago.
Oh my God, it's almost like I'm aging too.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
Every day.
Almost every day.
Owning a business can be a labor of love.
That's what we hear. Someday
But
we'll own
frequent-
one and let you know.
Don't go into a partnership with somebody you don't trust.
Yeah.
You know who you can trust, though? Is Drew Goebel of Oakland Insurance. He believes the best relationships are honest, upfront, and fair. We'll discuss the upfront and fair stuff in a few minutes.
Mm-hmm.
You can depend on Oakland Insurance and Michigan-based Frankenmuth Insurance to personally work with you and your insurance needs. So if you're looking for a proactive partner, not just a part-time assistant or maybe an answering machine you can talk to online, have a frank conversation with our friend Drew Goebel of Oakland Insurance. Call today, 248-647-2500. Oakland Insurance.
Yeah, very
Sponsor of the 2 Cent History Lesson. Thank you, Drew.
Thank you, Drew. Who, last time we saw Drew, didn't he promise us chocolate eclairs and something else that we're going to have booze in them?
He did.
He said, oh, you guys, I'm going to bring them by next week.
You know what? He's upfront and honest.
Yeah.
The week has not ended yet.
Right, I'm just saying.
Well, maybe that was 2 weeks ago.
Maybe he did,
But
deliver
maybe
them
we
and
can just-
somebody already ate them.
It was a porch pirate, I bet. Maybe he did, and I'm not aware of it. I see. Wow, we're gonna have another discussion.
I
during
think
the
you
post-show.
did it.
I didn't do it. I didn't know anything about it.
I didn't know anything about it either.
You brought it up.
Wait, what? I can't even remember what question we just asked in the trivia.
Who's in charge?
You
around
can't blame me.
If you're having car trouble, like John's having,
Memory trouble.
stop by Murphy's Family Auto. They can take care of you whether it's an SUV, truck, or family sedan. Maybe you got a cruiser.
Right.
Murphy's Family Auto, 517-552-3040. Stop by today. Tell them Mike and John sent you. Save 5% off your bill. They're open Saturdays too from 8 to 1 for your convenience.
And don't forget, stop in and tell them Mike and John sent you. You'll save 5% off your bill.
Who could forget that?
I don't know.
Nobody could.
No. The thing is, it's not my memory. I'm just not listening to you.
That's
So,
for sure.
if there was something to listen to.
Shut the door, John. Shut the door.
You shut the front door. I'm going to shut the back door.
How about playing our theme song to take us out?
Exit only.
What was in those things?
You've been giggling with Mike and John. Tune in next time and giggle on.
All right.
Here we are in the post show.
Here we are, post show.
So
Yes.
here's the thing. I was,
What's the thing? Tell me the thing.
we've gotten a lot of comments and compliments regarding the billboards, and we appreciate that.
Right.
And it's we did want to put those up just to kind of let folks who were wondering whatever happened to us.
We were running into so many people that would be, oh my God, it's so great. We miss you. What are you guys doing now? Oh, we're doing a podcast. Oh, I had no
The
idea.
thing about podcasts,
Right.
people get scared of the podcast.
Right. You say podcast and their
then-
eyes glaze over.
I don't know how to do that. It's going to mess things up.
Right.
So the cool thing is we wanted to let people know about our website so they can catch the podcast there. It's real simple. MikeandJohnPodcast.com.
Right.
And then our podcasts are loaded up daily.
Yeah. You can just go to the website and you'll get daily news content. Plus, you can watch our show. We call it a podcast, but it's a show. We do a daily show. You can watch it, not the Daily Show, but a daily show. And you can watch it on
we
YouTube.
do the show on a daily basis.
Exactly. Well,
Not
except
the
Saturday
Daily
and
Show.
Sunday.
Yeah, we don't do that.
Just Monday through
Or
Friday.
holidays
Well,
sometimes.
yeah,
we
well,
take off.
yeah. And then, if the power goes out. But, your mileage may vary. Anyway, the point is, you go to
Volkswagen.
You go to MikeandJohnPodcast.com. That's all you need to do. It's a
that
simple website.
But here's the thing: when we have people like Rich asked us where the billboards are.
I couldn't tell him.
So yeah, John was kind of.
I got confused.
So the one that is on the eastbound, they're both on the eastbound side of 96.
That's true. But they're facing different directions.
Right. The one as you're heading west by D19, you can see very easily on the right side of the road.
Right.
Now the other one that's on the westbound side of the road,
But
you see
facing
faces
eastbound traffic. Yeah.
So that's the one by Door Road. So when I see that, I see we have a tree that's partially blocked.
I noticed
so
that as well.
I think we're going to need a tree company service to take that tree out. Just take that
no,
sucker down.
Well, that would be wrong. I mean, we couldn't do that. But if some act of nature were to come through,
that if Mother Nature had a chainsaw,
right? And I'm sure it'd be a straight cut in the trunk. It'd be like, this doesn't look like a natural.
Or if it was just, let's just say John's a tree, and you just cut off the top of the tree.
Yeah, that's nice.
Just so you can see the billboard.
Well, yeah, you know what? You're right. You don't have to take the whole thing.
No,
down.
you can just trim
It's like just taking off my hair.
Yeah,
If like
a
hair, and see, my hair certainly doesn't get in the way of anything.
I mean, luckily fall is happening, and the leaves will get out of the way soon.
Yeah, but not quick enough.
No, that's true. So
Right.
if you were somebody you know just happens to cut off part of that tree, we wouldn't tell.
I don't think this is a great post show. I believe we've just solicited a crime.
I said if it just happened.
Oh, I'm sorry. If it just happens to.
We're not asking anybody to do it. If
not
it just
at all.
happened
That would be
to
wrong.
happen,
That would be wrong.
I would not do.
Don't do that. But
But if you did,
but if you did, see you in court.